Hello everyone, kumusta po kayo? I hope that you're all doing great. I received negative comments before when I talked about the possible disadvantages of dual citizenship. Some of them were even rude. There were those who said that I was misleading people into believing that dual citizenship is a bad idea. No, I wasn't. When I talked about the benefits or disadvantages of having a dual citizenship, I was also accused by some of promoting act of betrayal or breach of allegiance. But I have always pointed out that whether dual citizenship is a good or bad idea for you depends on your individual circumstances. My goal is to present both sides so that one can decide on their own, depending on their individual circumstances and preferences. That it might not be good for you does not mean that it is not good for others. Each of us has personal reasons for our individual decisions. For example, for some, having a dual citizenship is beneficial for them because it would allow them to enjoy the rights and privileges of a citizen in either of the countries in which they hold citizenship, meaning they can live or reside in either country indefinitely without the limitations that apply to temporary visa holders. So, for some, free mobility is their primary reason for wanting to have dual citizenship. Opportunity to that is the privilege to acquire and use a Philippine passport. Should we question their desire for that? I don't think so. In the Philippines, if you are a former Filipino citizen, you can own a piece of land, but subject to size or area limitations. But if you become a dual citizen, you can own lands just like any other Filipino citizen and subject only to the restrictions that generally apply to all, such as the area limitation in acquiring an agricultural land. We know that there are former Filipinos who want to invest in acquiring real property in the Philippines, and that could be their motivation in having dual citizenship. In the Philippines, foreigners have restrictions in engaging in certain businesses, such as in the retail business and real estate business. As a former Filipino, you can avoid these restrictions by becoming a dual citizen. When you became a naturalized citizen in another country, you lost your professional license that you worked hard for in the Philippines. You might have been an engineer, doctor, dentist, nurse, or a lawyer. If you retain or reacquire your Philippine citizenship, RA 9225 allows you to regain your license by applying with the appropriate licensing body, such as the PRC, or in the case of lawyers, the Philippine Supreme Court. Others would want to practice their profession again in the Philippines, and they are entitled to avail of that privilege. There are also those who would want to join the Philippine politics. If you are a former natural-born Filipino who have been naturalized as a citizen in another country, and therefore a foreigner in the eyes of the Philippine law, you cannot participate in the political exercise in the Philippines. You cannot vote and be voted for. But you can regain such rights when you retain or reacquire your Philippine citizenship through RA 9225. I received questions regarding this. Yes, once you retained or reacquired your Philippine citizenship, you can join the government or run for public office. However, you will need to renounce your other citizenship. Again, as I have said, not all of these benefits are applicable to everyone. You may be interested to own land in the Philippines, but not to practice your profession again. Or you may want to vote during election, but not to run for public office. Or perhaps you simply want to do business in the Philippines, or to simply be able to stay in the Philippines for as long as you want. I hope that you have learned something from this video. Please feel free to leave your comments or reactions in the comment section below. If you have not subscribed to this channel yet, you're welcome to do so by clicking the subscribe button and the notification bell icon. Always remember, ignorance of the law excuses no one from compliance therewith. I will see you in my next video. Ingat po kayo.